Okay, I've been waiting to buy a property for a long time. Finally did it. It's got a lot of potential, that's for sure. Definitely has a lot of potential. Currently, we have about a good 3 to 4 non-stop months of work outside of my normal job. That's the shop. So this is a big reason why I love this house, because I get this whole shop. It's got about a normal size garage door. Maybe it's a little bit longer. I think it's about normal size. It's definitely wider than you see a typical garage. But I know it's 26 foot this way, and I think it's 39 foot this way. There used to be a guy that lived here who welded. He passed away, and then we bought it from the lady who was the widow of the man. I would say about a week and a half ago, we closed on this property. This guy being a welder, I mean, he welded all this stuff. It's just all welded. You know, it's just welded, welded, welded. I mean, it's not going nowhere. If a hurricane comes through here, maybe this paneling comes off, but this metal frame right here is not going anywhere. I mean, he's got I-beams for me to lift motors right here, which is pretty cool. Chain lift motors. There's just a bunch of junk that was pulled out of here before we closed. It's got this nice little covered area over here. I already have a bunch of stuff all stacked away in here. This is just like a solid chunk of metal. Just like a hefty, I mean, that's a good inch or 3/4 inch, like width chunk of metal. That thing's heavy, boy. Oy. This outside area here, if you can see, is, I mean, this gutter. I mean, I'm millimeters from touching it with my head. And down there, I do touch it because he's got it on a, when he built it, he put it on a pitch from here to flow all the way to there, so it didn't flow into what was supposed to be the screened in area. This is gonna be a future project, but for now, it works just fine. Eventually, I would like to raise that up and potentially make half of that also part of the patio. It would be nice to still have about half of this as a storage area. That's another covered storage area. This is just gonna get screened in, painted, new roof, all the basic stuff just to kind of clean up this property. We haven't done anything yet, you know. It's been really crazy, and I work a lot, so, and summer just started for me. And if you know, in Florida, mid-south, more south Florida, that we are hammered in the summertime. You know, I'm working 5 days a week doing landscapes projects on Saturdays if I can get profitable enough projects on Saturdays. Otherwise, I'll be in here helping my 80-year-old grandfather try to make my Saturdays and Sundays dedicated to strictly doing the most work possible when he's here. If I can get friends to help me, we just have a lot to do, and I have a lot of plans. You know, it's exciting. It's my first home, and we get to do it the way we kind of want to do it. I have a huge workshop, start building things and trying things and working with different tools. And I'm about to show you through the whole house here that this is a burglar bar, but it's also a very, very, very bad fire hazard. So I want to get all the lighting completely fluent in here for recording so I can do videos of woodworking and me starting and practicing metalworking. I don't know much woodworking, but I have some tools. Recently got the table saw, DeWalt. Recently got a DeWalt planer, table saw, grizzly joiner. This is my blade sharpener for the business. A couple rigid chop saws and some other various things. Let's go on through this really outdated house. Now this room was recently done like 10 plus years ago, and they have this like really dark wood flooring that we might just have to deal with for the phase one, which is a lot of stuff will be getting done in phase one here, but all this I got to get rid of. And here I'm kind of experiencing, if you will, almost like a purchase and flip kind of situation, but except we're gonna live here. Yeah, we got a nice closet in the master. You know, we got some weird like water issues here, so we have to get a new water system. Try to clean all this up as good as we can. The wall doesn't match the flooring, doesn't match whatever kind of this is. It just doesn't match. Like nothing works well in here. Because you can see this counter they have is like, it's just massive. It's like unnecessarily massive. It doesn't really make much sense. And then you have all this leg room that's being wasted for space. Like, it doesn't look that big on camera, but I can assure you that if you put a chair here, I mean, you just have so much more space back there. It's just like all of this is wasted, you know? I don't know. I will take you through the house first and show you everything. Okay, I tried to keep all the lights on, but I guess I forgot a couple lights here. Let's see. There we go. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna take you through the house real quick. I'm gonna show you the house. It's all outdated. We got stuff to get rid of. Boxes, trash to go, hutch, all this stuff. So this is gonna be what we wanna make the living room area, okay? It's gonna be what we wanna make the living room area. Here's the front door here. Might move the front door to this wall, or might move the front door back, like move it, like build a new wall. Like, let me show you. Might build a new wall, like over here. This whole wall, we might want to keep this wall all the way to the ceiling, but this whole drop ceiling is coming out. The wall from here, all this, all the way throughout that whole area right there is coming completely out. Coming completely out. We're gonna put an island here, okay? That's why the door needs to move to this side, because you don't want to walk into an island of a kitchen. So our idea is that if you walk into the living room space, then at least you're walking into the living room. When you walk in, you're not walking into the island. I don't know. It's still up for debate, but we're gonna redo all the flooring completely. Wallpaper, any wallpaper you see is being ripped out. This either might go, this little closet here, or it might be added to a pantry, okay? And I'll show you what that means in a bit. This whole area here will be our kids' playroom. This is gonna be ripped out, and because that kind of encroaches on the island, we might take that little closet that I showed you out, which gives us another couple feet right here. And then from here, all the way to there is a closet inside of that front room. And this can be flipped. So where you open the doors inside of this room over here, we're gonna instead wall this in. We're gonna put a wall here, and we're gonna put a nice like coffee bar, like you would see a normal closet open, but like it's a barn door look to it. Of course, all the cabinets, all this crap is being ripped out. Drop ceiling, all this crap is being ripped out. We're putting a wall on the other side of that switch, about right here, all the way to here. The refrigerator might go about there. We're just kind of figuring it out. I don't understand why anybody ever did drop ceilings, dude. You're literally like deleting space. I just don't understand it. Okay, so this is a lot of work. This is the main garage. This is just a regular closet that we might have to make smaller so that we can get rid of this corner that's really weird right here, so we can have a bigger bathroom for the girls. Of course, we're putting a whole new bathtub in, ripping everything out in here. It's just like not good. Ripping all this stuff out, redoing all of this. It goes in play with the bad water in the house. It just needs to be, like a whole new water system needs to be installed. This is interesting, okay? It's hard for you to see. Let me see if I can get my phone out here. This is like a really empty, random space. And this was turned into a room, but it used to be 2 rooms. We're gonna turn it back into 2 rooms because we have 3 kids. So we have one room over there, where we're changing the closet into a pantry, and we're gonna put the wall right here, okay, right along that wall. However, we're removing the closet here, or we might keep it. We're gonna decide on that still. So I just ripped this really nasty blanket that was on the wall. It's just like super, it's like falling apart, dusty, gross. Burglar bars, super dangerous. This is crazy. This is it, man. I mean, this is the house. So that's what we're doing, man. Yeah, it'll just be so much more open out here. As a matter of fact, I one day came over here with my grandfather. I walked in here whenever, I believe his name was Mr. Eddie, the welder and the worksman that he was. He worked on old cars, like 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s cars. I remember coming over here when I was a young kid, probably like 12, 13, something like that. I remember walking into this garage, okay? I remember coming in here and he had tools all lined up, like, oh, I mean, you wanna talk about like thousands of dollars in tools. This man had the tools. That's probably why he put burglar bars on everything. Nobody was getting in this house. In the garage, there's a huge metal lock on the side door to the garage. You're not getting in. The cool thing about that story, I was thinking to myself, one day I'm gonna have a garage like that. And then I bought this house. The only garage I ever went into and had that thought in. I bought that house. So I'll give you guys updates on this house as we come to do things to it. Until then, thanks for going on this tour with me. Me and my family are gonna have a place soon to live. It's gonna be awesome. We can't wait. A lot of work to come.